And this is the GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE Show, powered by...
Yeah. Hey. Niggas Michael J. Foxin' and shit, I keep it steady. So every time I make that call, baby, be ready. Maybe we can hit the banks and stroll, don't do the levy. And I don't ever mention the sex, it get too messy. Turn your bitch into a flirt iron quick, she tryna press me. But if all she got is pussy to offer, it don't impress me. I'm like, whoa, slow down. It's enough of that to go round. Besides, I'm a grown-ass man, I need more now. Me stop the hustle for you, I'm on the go now. Get money like a dirty-ass shame, it's on the low down. But niggas know I'm up to something that's on the high. Real niggas never show their hand and compromise. That's why I'm in the whip right now, gripping your thigh. But you gotta have it all mapped out. You wanna ride? You gotta earn something, baby. Come roll with a plan, you can learn something, baby. Yeah, you in the place to be. I woke up one day, a dream came to me. You take a pretty young dame, give her all the tools till she start to build a frame. Pair it with some guidance and a little free game. Yeah, and don't you ever let a nigga get one up on you. Don't you let him get one up on you. Don't you ever let a nigga get one up on you. Yeah.
I pull up, I'm in your driveway. Hop in, pull out, let's hit the highway. Now baby, put this weed in this blunt. Hold it down, cause I got heat in the trunk. I live a little bit dangerous, did foul shit flagrant, but I never did hate shit. You sweet as an angel kiss, but don't let me sweet talk you. You can see what this deep talk do. I've been living my life, you think that niggas ain't shit. I ain't saying you wrong, but you ain't seen real shit. Real ones is split the pot with they bitch. Real ones is providers and shit. You get good brain, but apply that little shit. You went to college and shit. I'm just saying, little baby, I'm just trying to put this on terms you understand, Miss Lady. You's a pretty little thing, I might get rid of my swoosh, but if you want that from me, what the fuck you gon' do? Hey,
you gotta earn something, baby. Come roll with a plan, you can learn something, baby. Yeah, you in the place to be. I woke up one day, a dream came to me. You take a pretty young dame, give her all the tools till she start to build a frame. Pair it with some guidance and a little free game. Yeah, and don't you ever let a nigga get one up on you. Hey. Don't you let him get one up on you. Don't you ever let a nigga get one up on you. Yeah. We're getting there. All I know is prosper, proper, stay up out the way. Lately feel like Carlos had the balls up with the cake. Used to think the bread was sweet, I got some frogs and had a taste. Now I stagger wedding style like I'm married to it. And every time I hit the bank, it's like we honeymooning. I tell my bitch to play it safe, we can't be young and foolish. And then I break bread with my people like I'm fucking Jewish. Stack the paper, time to reinvest, that's when we spend again. No degrees, never been to college, still we businessmen. Your favorite bitch gon' hit my line, I know I'm bound to hit again. Pay no mind, get back to work, I know I'm about to hit again. See, bitches come a dime a dozen, that money come in bundles though. Chase the paper, never chase the pussy. Money run these hoes, they flocking to it. Look how they flocking to it. They gon' come in droves. You running through it. When you running through it, they just come and go. Get caught up in the sauce before you know it, and your hustle slow. And these niggas, they can't do it how I do it when I'm doing what I'm doing, yeah. I can't waste no time. These niggas, they not moving how I'm moving. They do too much when they do it, yeah. That's why I stick to my grind. That's why I tell you press the pedal to the metal, do the dash. 100 miles and running till it's cash, nigga. Press the pedal to the metal, do the dash. I pray to God this way we never crash, nigga. Bossed up, I command the room and boy my aura strong. Took a minute, had to play it cool, but not a second longer. They recognize it. Bitches feel my presence, niggas hating on it. Shaking hands, wanna show me love, but shit, I know it's phony. Play it cool, I always play it cool. I never sweat these niggas. Cash is king. Let the money talk, we let it check.
This your boy Grizz,
And I'm your main man, Greenback.
and this is the GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE Show, powered by...
Unanimous. What's up? It's Wednesday, brother.
We've been gone for about a week. We missed last week, a little vacation, the holidays, little turkey in your belly, little stuffing, all that good stuff. Social distancing, Thanksgiving. Did you eat anywhere, bro?
As a fact, matter of fact, I did.
Did y'all practice social distancing? No. Or yes?
What you supposed to do when you practice that when you at Thanksgiving? What you doing?
For me, at my house, at my mama house, wasn't Thanksgiving anyway. We just eating. Let me clear that up. But for me, I took my plate and I went in the big TV room and I ate back there. And everybody ate at a distance for real. So, and people had on their masks and, so.
Y'all didn't have them on eating?
No, I didn't have them on eating, but I wasn't eating around nobody like that either. Wasn't at a dining room table.
I can tell you
like
this.
that.
If anybody had COVID, they was in that house. Somebody's exposed.
Yeah, I'm not doubting that.
You gathered, you didn't practice.
I gathered that. I understand that.
If
but
you
like,
gathered, you didn't practice.
my brothers and their families, they'd all been tested and all of that good stuff. So,
if you gathered, you didn't practice.
Okay. All right. I don't need to get upset.
I'm not feeling upset. I
see
just want to drill it in you.
I see you got your new shades
I'm glad
on.
you bringing you. I'm glad you got your satchel back too,
got
man.
Your new shades on.
I
with Karen
appreciate
on.
you coming here. With
I was
the
wondering
cap
how long
for
you was
one
gonna
of
let them
satchels.
bright lights mess up your head. But
It was driving me nuts. Oh,
yes.
I was like,
I know people like, why they got these sunglasses on? Well, because we got these bright
fucking
lights
gangsters,
and we stars.
No, fuck that.
we
Squeeze that.
number
No,
3 in
squeeze that
Ohio.
shit. Because we fucking gangsters. That's why. You see us out, you try something, we put one of you motherfuckers down.
Oh gosh,
God damn it.
I'm too old for that.
Stop lying.
I'm too.
You the
old for
main
that.
one to be doing that.
I-
Never mind.
We don't understand
You
what we're
didn't
talking
hear
about. But ladies and gentlemen, we glad to be back in the building. There's a lot going on. Today we got a lot going on, brother. We got a special guest, man, in the house today, man. This guy is, I call him the Dapper Dan of Cincinnati. He had one.
Why you make that little, show him the face you made when you said that.
Dapper Dan. You know what
That
I'm
ain't
talking
how you said it. You did like Dapper Dan.
about? That's what it is. He 40 say, dust your shoulders off, nigga.
Cosby pudding
Dust your
face.
shoulders off. You don't pop a collar. This nigga been popping collars for a long time. You know what I'm talking about?
You had
long
Bill
time.
Cosby pudding
You know what I'm
face,
talking about?
man.
And he's had one of the longest running promotions in the city with this old school series, and he's taking it across the country. Man, just got a lot going on, man, and I just wanted to let the world know, if they already didn't know, Cincinnati know, and we need to give these guys who's been putting it down and passing things on to the next generation and looking out for the generation, they props. So without further ado, and me yin-yang-yakking, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a loud round of applause to Mr. Orlando Chapman Sr., a.k.a. Real Nigga.
That's what they call him now.
Real nigga. Amen.
What's happening? What's happening?
What's happening,
Dapper Dan
brother?
face
I've
again.
been waiting for this for the longest. Good. Glad to have you on here, man.
Hey, Grizz, this for you is my pleasure.
That's what's up, man. I just, I'm excited, bro. I mean, I've been knowing you for a minute, man, and we was talking earlier. I just jumped right into it, man. Why don't you just give the people a little background on how you got started or what you're doing, your love for music, your love for clothes. Well, that's the main thing. It's just clothes, man. That stand out more than anything and everything. Old school there, but you can't have the old school without the proper attire. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So
Right.
why don't you give people a little taste of the background, where you came from and what you about, for those who don't know.
Well, basically, I started out probably in the early '80s. So before some of the people was really even jumping off the porch, I was already off the porch. And what I saw, that fascination with entertainment, listening to the New York scene, and paying attention to what they was doing when we used to put the little cassette in there and listen to WDAO and, catch Rakim and, all of them before we even had Rap Down This Way.
Right.
It was coming from up top.
Right.
So I fell in love with that, you know, the whole movement. So what I started to do was just created a platform for us to do what we do. You know, it was cats around here who was influenced like me. They wanted to rap. So what I did, I started renting. Basically, I started talking to like all the landlords on my block. And what I used to do was rent out their basements and garages. And I promised that it wouldn't be no drama. I had my own security back then. And matter of fact, the same security I had back then is the same security that's with me right now.
Oh, dig that.
They started out with me from day one in 1985,
Damn.
84, 85.
Mm-hmm.
And they still my security to this day. So I used to, you know, charge 50 cents back then, believe it or not. And then I moved from that to start bringing a generator to the park. And like the K Rallies and the Murder Rocks and I can go on and on and on. You know, I would have like 25 acts in Mount Airy.
Right.
You know, before anybody even knew what this was like, we was already jumping on it. So what I did was kind of transition, probably, you know, fast forward into like 90, I'm gonna say 97, 98. You know, that was the wave of urban fashion. So FUBU kicked down the door for us, by us, and LL was like the spokesperson. So at that time, you know, what I did was I paid attention to why I was spending money on clothes. You know, I was going to Rags. So I bought a shirt for, I want to say $300. And I wanted to know, why did I buy this shirt?
After you paid for it, like,
yeah, you know, it was like,
what's
it
this
was
about?
one of them that I'm like, I can't wear this but once. Because it was just so, you know, defining that it was that church that, it was that type of shirt that if I wore it somewhere else, it'll look like I always had that shirt on.
Right, exactly.
Cincinnati too little.
That's
you only
super
got a
funny,
few outlets.
man.
You know, you had Jello.
That's so funny,
you had
man.
maybe they spot to go to. You know, it wasn't a lot of spots to go to. So if you got that shirt on, it's like, I just seen him in that shirt.
Right.
So when I spent that $300, it was my birthday, and I remember I said, what did I just pay for? Was it the name? Was it the quality? Or was it the style? So what I did was, I said, you know what, I'm going to create my own name. But I need the style of Tommy. I need the colors of Nautica. But I need the quality of Polo.
Dig that.
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. That's what's up.
With that formula, I can't lose. Because at that time, Tommy had all the styles, but Nautica ain't never lost the palette on colors. And Polo gonna have quality till you die.
Mm-hmm. That's the truth too. And that's exactly how it goes too. I'm a Nautica man myself and Polo, but you exactly right about that. Exactly.
And that's how. So what I said was, I'm gonna come up with a name, but it's got to be something that catchy, but they don't know what it is. So when I thought of real nigga, I didn't want to do the REALNIGGA. I was like, nah, that's too phonic. I don't want to do that. So I put that RILNIGA on the screen on the computer, and the first time I looked at it, I knew that was it.
But let me stop you right there. Did you think, or has that name been stopping you from
making moves?
Yeah, making moves with major distributions or anything like that as far as the name?
Or backlash?
Yeah, exactly what he said.
Well, you know what? The only backlash I had is from small-minded people in the city. I'm going to tell you, when I first did it, the first thing I did, I hollered at my mama. You know what I'm saying? Because what I didn't want to do was offend black folks. You know, my elders, you know, who come up from something different. So I talked to my grandmother, who from the deep South.
Right.
So I went to grandmama. I told her what I was doing. And once I got her blessing, it was on and popping. And for some reason, the one person who stood out in my mind was Jim Brown. It was like, because he was he like a real advocate. You know, that's pro-black. So I'm like, if I get Mr. Brown involved in this, you feel me?
So you got James Brown involved in it.
No, Jim Brown.
I mean, the football player. Yeah, Jim Brown.
Right. So what I did was I went out to the set of Any Given Sunday. They invited me out. LL Cool J, Jamie Foxx, Jim Brown, Cameron Diaz, James Wood, Al Pacino, all them in this one movie.
Right. That's got to be
So I
exciting.
go out there with the real nigga like, I tell Mr. Brown, I see him. I say, Mr. Brown, you know, I want to holler at you. And he looking at me like, about what? So I told him. I said, when I made this, you was in my head. I just wanted to know your opinion. And he said, he looked at me like, real nigga. He said, get a plate. We was eating. He said, get you a plate.
Get your plate, goddamn.
Nobody else couldn't kick it with him. He took me
$5,000
to the
plate.
table with him.
That's what's
Man,
up.
he sat down. He said, what made you create it? And when I told him what it was, he said, where my shirt at? Once I had his blessing, I ain't care what nobody else was talking about. My grandmama, my
Period.
mama, and Jim Brown just gave me a thumbs up. The
It's
scared
all
niggas, I let
systems
them
go.
go to the side.
Right.
All systems go from there.
Right.
Oh, I was cool. I didn't have to be mainstream. You know why? Because what people don't understand is the streets dictate fashion. They
Exactly.
always have and always will. Hip hop only survived because the streets embraced it. Once we embraced it, everybody that's white, that was lame, that wanted to be cool, took it and evolved it. And that's why we still here 40 years later, because they took hip hop.
Man.
Now we let surpass country music. So that's why black fashion is still relevant.
Exactly. Exactly. So back then, what was your biggest selling item? I know I still haven't got my bomber jacket, but the things is changing so much.
I ain't gonna lie, the leathers.
The leathers. I was gonna say had to
butter
be the
soft
leathers.
joints.
Yeah, had to be.
Them butter soft joints. Them
Had to
Rollo
be.
Corleone joints, man.
Yeah, they had to be because I
them
still
butter
want
soft
mine. I've been
leathers.
seeing some,
Right.
and I'm gonna keep it real. I've been seeing some online that I've been like, okay, I would order that, but I know I could get you to do this and do that and change that around to this and that, and it'd be just like I want it.
I came from Grizz. It took me around the world. Like, the first persons that I talked to was Carl. I talked to Carl and Damon John from FUBU.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the Magic Show for the first time,
Around
and I
Vegas?
started going every year. You know what I'm saying?
Where was that, in
And then,
Vegas?
yeah, in Vegas. And then Master P sent somebody to come and get me. I remember I was chilling talking to
I
Carl,
want to meet P. Man.
and they was like, P want to holler at you. My cat, Natty, he was like, bruh, P
Mhm.
want you. I'm like, P who? He like, Master P. I'm like, for what? He said he want to talk to you about them jackets. So Master P had him come and get me. So I went over there, and Carl was like, before I left, I never, ever, ever forgot this. Carl from FUBU told me, he said, let me tell you something. You got the only thing that white people can never commercialize.
Wow.
Yeah,
You just said a mouthful right there.
Nigga.
Blew me away. I didn't think about it like that.
That's
like
cold.
That's cold, because you're right, because
They can't
I'd be
touch
damned
that
if
at
a white
all.
person put out a
They can't touch it
they
at
can't
all.
they can't fuck with that at all. Excuse
Well,
my language.
It's genius.
He told me, he said, you got the only product that white people can never commercialize, and there's one nigga born every day who think he a real nigga.
Hey
I
man,
never
hey man,
forgot.
you should be mainstream right there with that right there. Like, man, oh my gosh,
Yeah, buddy.
man,
That's cold.
that's
He was
cold.
right. He was right. I went
And you
dormant
didn't even
for
think of
like
that
10
when
or
you was
15
doing it.
years. And my son picked it up, and it was just as hot as the day when I left it alone because of what that man said. Because now, when I did it, people were scared in mainstream.
Right.
Now, it's on every record. It's on Love and Hip Hop. It's on TV. It's everywhere.
Right,
Ain't
Right.
nobody scared of the word nigga now.
right, exactly.
When I did it, I was ahead of the game. They thought I was crazy.
Right.
When I got on BT, they thought I was tripping until they heard me. Snoop tried to denounce what I was talking about.
What you mean?
I was on the same show with the what was the boys? 213,
Mm-hmm.
Paul Mooney, and Snoop Dogg. Snoop was the guest.
Right.
At that time, he chose not to say the word nigga. He was doing nephew.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Snoop could have flatlined my whole movement. They gave me 20 minutes on national TV to create a fashion show. I killed it.
Man,
I didn't know none of them people. I put a whole fashion show together right there on BET, and it took me through the roof.
Wow. Damn right.
That's what's up, man. A lot of people don't know none of these stories, man. Like me myself, the first time hearing a couple of these stories, like, wow, for real, that's dope, man.
Because opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
You right.
Eminem said the best.
That's what's up.
And you know
Squeeze
what?
it and
it was
hold
crazy
it.
because I got to big up Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was one of the first celebrities to take a chance. Like, that's how I got to Any Given Sunday. That's how I got to Collateral Damage with him and Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise called and asked me, would he get killed if he wore that T-shirt?
Wow.
It's real
Nah,
shit.
he wouldn't.
What did you tell him?
And I told him, he read the definition on the back of the shirt, and he said, this is me. Any individual true to his actions and or statements, bearing no fakements, only being judged in the eyes of God. That's true to what you say and what you do. That's a real nigga. That's no color, creed, or religion. That's the reason why I was universal.
Right.
Because that's how I felt my nigga was. You was true to what you say and what you do. It wasn't about you being black. It was about you being solid. That's why I created it. So it wasn't for everybody. If you was scared and you wanted me to put real men or real black or real something else, then you was just a nigga that I didn't fuck with.
And you had people actually come at you to do that, right?
And that's period.
Man, so many cats was like, man, if you want to get in Macy's, you should put real this. I said, my guy, this ain't for you.
Right.
You
Keep it
ain't the
moving.
guy that's sitting with me at lunch.
Right.
I don't mess with your kind because you terrified. I ain't scared of shit.
Right. Amen to that. That's what's up, bruh. So with all those connects, and now it's in I'm probably sure they're still in place because I know mine still is. I need to check on them too because one at Interscope had died and I didn't even know about it. I'm inboxing him and his wife had to let me know, but that he had passed. But with these connects that you have and your son taking over, have you thought about tapping into that and going with round 2, round 3, round 4 and taking it out?
Well, definitely, because
The universe.
when I seen how serious he was, he went to school to get him a degree in entrepreneurial and business from UC. So he went on ahead and got a piece of paper on a whole nother level that I didn't even know that existed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I taught him how to go ahead and do his CADs, the computer aided drawings. I taught my oldest one, he was right there with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a young father, so he saw the whole movement. So he understood how to keep relationships and never burn bridges.
Right.
So he had all my allies. Lil Lando learned the knowledge and the technical side. So together, they was a force. So when they decided it, I knew they were serious when they put their own money up.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
And when they saw it, they seen how them doors start opening. Then I started to make phone calls. And when they seen I got them on speaker, every person that I called 15, 20 years ago, everybody answered the phone. That's when you know that you did right.
That's what would bring me to what we were saying earlier about the person, the individual was talking about. Like, man, he's definitely not a real nigga. And there's a lot of not real niggas around here, man. But we ain't gonna keep harping on the negative. But the fashion sense had to come somewhere too. I see your pops, man. I be pulling up pictures and seeing we going through the thing. Your pops is clean and fried to the side too, man. You get that from your dad?
Yes. My daddy, a legend in Cincinnati, and that was, that was one of the hardest things. It's like, actually, my mom and daddy legends, but my daddy, he don't know my mama more gangster than him. But
ain't that how it is?
You know, everybody know my daddy. Everybody know my daddy. So it's like, you know, walking in them shoes is different, you know, because you got to find your own lane. You got to get your own respect, not because you love such and such. You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely, most definitely.
So I was one of them, you know, coming from downtown, moving to Kennedy Heights, I was a different type of dude. So everybody knew that, you know, I wasn't never scared of shit. I always been a hustler. You know what I'm saying? I was a flat foot hustler. And I pride myself on being solid on my word. And if I said it, I meant it.
I meant it.
And I wasn't scared to stand in front of it, you know. So I made my own name. So when you came that way, you knew my name. Cause everybody know that's a solid nigga. That's a stand-up nigga.
Exactly.
So if I was a poop butt, a weak nigga, a soft nigga, I can't make a shirt called real nigga, cause everybody would be like, that punk ass nigga.
Right, exactly.
You can't get nobody else to wear some shit that you not.
Right. Exactly. I definitely feel that. That's what I base everything on, even with my computers, anything that I do. I remember when me and my when my stores, me and my brother had, he still got it. And then when Rollo and me and Bruno and Zarian did Soaking Wet down there on the corner, right? My father, he got a little name for himself too, Callaways. Y'all doing the do, but
wait, what now back over with the Callaway?
Yeah, it's family.
Wait a minute. Do you got some Callaways that's from down the way, down in the bottoms?
Callaways, yes.
My father.
Who your family in Callaway?
Uncle Billy, the Dolores, DC, Tonda, Lexus, Brandon, all of them. That's family.
That's your family?
Yeah.
So what is Tisha, your cousin?
Yeah. They were like this. They were my dad's running people, so they're not blood cousins.
Okay.
But they family. They blood to us. Cause
I was gonna say, so Fat Man, your
from
people.
The bottoms down.
Yeah, we like this. You couldn't separate one from the other. The whole clique of them.
I'm just asking because that's my people. That's why when you said it, I'm like,
yeah,
hold on.
I was trying to sing with Lexus back there at the Woodward Bomb shows and stuff, doing backup.
Lexus Callaway. Yeah, that's my girl. That's my cat.
Yeah, so all of that, but they had good reputations.
You just threw me off, Grizz.
Uh-oh.
You know, all this time, I did not make the connection between Lexus and Tisha and Fat Man them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I did not realize they cousins.
Man, it's so many. Facebook has allowed people and relatives to come together that you did not know. On my grandmother's side, on my father's side, man, there's so many Cromwells and Reeses and Millers and Gars, and it's just so many people that fake Larkins. It's just so many, man. It's like it's a curse and a blessing. That's a good thing about it. But back to what we were saying about reputation and being solid. Like I said, my father and them had that good reputation, man, and man of their words and do what they did in the streets and at home and so forth. So, okay, and he always throw me off. But long story short, he came down to every establishment, every business that we opened up and put a blessing on it and always encouraged and told us to do good works, do good by everybody so you will be blessed and not to be on no ignorant stuff. And I live by that, man, even with my computers and doing everything that I do. If I say I'm going to do it, I do it. If I can't, I'm going to tell you I can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, I put up for my lifestyle. I'm not out here balling, doing this, that, and the third. That's not the image that I want to put out. You know, I get it how I live. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's down, but I'm keep going all the way around and I'm going to be straight up about it. And that's what I noticed about you. And that's what gravitated to me towards me because I watched a lot of brothers, man. Like I said, I watched. I've been in the place to be. I'm like the fly on the wall for real. And then I watched, and I remember Donnie Brooks called me and said, man, real nigga want to meet with you. And I'm like, real nigga, oh, Mr. Barrett. I mean, not, that's your boy. No, it's Chapman. Okay, all right. And I remember you had the office down there on, close to the JC. What was that? What is that?
That Pendleton.
Yes. I remember that like yesterday, going up there,
Hey,
talking
what's
to you.
funny is Barry, that's my little brother. Lando is my brother.
Right. Right. But I remember going up there and Donnie was like, man, and then I was really introduced and you really laid the blueprint out. And then you was talking about the down the way. And I was kind of confused about that. Like, hold on, man. So this got to be the original down the way for real then.
Right.
And everything else follows. Had to follow suit. Am I correct in what I'm saying?
You correct.
Exactly. So that threw me for a curve, but I still see you embraced it down the way, and that went big. And I.
Well, you know what's funny about this? Damn, Grizz, you just dropped some shit. Hey, because this is what it is. What people didn't know was I'm known from Kennedy Heights, but I grew up downtown. Like I was born and raised downtown. So
Right.
from Lincoln Courts, from Mohawk, all of that shit. That's where I'm from. So it was like the first shirts had, damn, I wish I had one up here. I don't think I got one in here. But they had 45213 on the shirts, right?
Uh-huh.
It had real nigga gear. And then it had CO with 45213. And it went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like authentic thug wear on it.
Right.
And everybody was buying them. But nobody knew the zip codes. So they was like, where the fuck is, because I started out selling them downtown. So they was like, Lando, what's 1-3 like? And it was like, I couldn't lie to the niggas.
Right.
It was, that's Kennedy Heights zip code.
Right.
But me being downtown, I'm
Right.
selling them on Lynn Street
Right.
and Glencoe. I was going on Glencoe banging them. And the whole city would come to Parktown at night in real nigga t-shirts.
Right. I remember the part that was
Until they start realizing what the zip code was. They was like, hold on, this ain't our zip code.
Right, right.
I had to make 1-5 for Lincoln Heights.
Yep.
I had to do 2-3 and 2-4 for College Hill and Northside.
Right.
I had to do 2-2-5 for the
Right.
West Side.
Right.
It got that serious.
Right.
I had to do win test. I learned all the zip codes just from making these damn shirts.
And what's so funny about that, and not funny but serious, that it's just as hot now. The same concept is just as hot then as it is
Right.
now. Like right now, you can still bust that off and get it cracking just like it never stopped. And it ain't stopped. For real. It ain't stopped. But that's what's up, man. So your next promotion is your birthday? Is that your birthday?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to tell you what. It took my mama to tell me one time. She said, make some time for you.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I ain't get it.
Right.
She's like, you always moving around. So on my off day at my job, I was working at the rental place, like the rental centers and all that. And she was like, just get off the grid and do you.
Right.
And I'm like, damn. So I used to take this day and get dressed up. I would walk through the hood, through the smokestacks.
Right.
Now, remember what I'm saying, the smokestack.
Yeah.
I'm in Law Homes with a suit on. I would walk. I go to Anthony C's. Then I would cut through the smokestacks
Cut through.
with an ice cream cone.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
And walk through the hood. So
Dapper
from that
Dad.
point on, every birthday was a big birthday.
Right.
Because she said that to me.
Okay.
And I never took it for granted. Like, why I'm waiting for my 25th, my 30th, my 40th, my 50th. Every year, it's a big-ass birthday. And I've been doing it ever since.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, my brother, you want to announce that date? What that is? The old school. Who you got DJing? Vader or
Stank.
yourself or Stank? You did say Stank. Stank, right?
DJ Stank. Saturday, January 23rd.
Okay, y'all mark that on your calendars and put that in your notebooks and everything. Even if it's got to be
give you exclusive since I'm on your show.
Oh, I appreciate that. And
Nobody don't even know this, so I'm gonna drop it right now.
That's what's happening. And
I've been blessed. They just gave me the classic. So the classic that used to come to Cincinnati is coming to Columbus, August 2021, and they gave it to your boy. So we gonna do something real big.
Oh yeah, and we definitely gonna be there. Or maybe we could do a live broadcast by then. Hopefully, we'll be through with this COVID crap. And we'll be able to move around.
I think the vaccine will be in full effect by then. We talking August, so we should all be good. And they offered it to me, so the entertainment side is coming from Cincinnati. You know, from all the cities, they decided and gave me an opportunity to do it. So
that's what's up.
It's going down.
It's going down. Well, I thank you for taking the time to do the interview with us, man. Like I said, I wanted to give you your flowers and the props and support everything that you're doing. We didn't get to mention it, so what you do for the youth, but that's coming up. You're praising your Sunday best. I want to call it Orlando Sunday Best.
It's just my praise party on Sundays. That's
what I'm talking about? Your praise party, giving thanks. So I appreciate that, and I take that in. So on this note, man, we're gonna let you go because we got Ivy the Aries coming up, man, and one of the topics we got going on is mental health in the Black community, which should be entertaining. So I appreciate you, brother, and I look forward to many of your events. And tell the people where we can get some real nigga clothing.
You can just go to www.realentertainment.net. That's RIL entertainment.net, or you can go to Real Clothing, RIL clothing.com.
All right.
And get whatever you need.
That's what's up, man. Well, again, thank you for being on the show, man. And we're going to let you get out of here.
Check that out.
And much love.
All right, brothers. Thank y'all, man.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. That's what's up, y'all. So I learned a lot and didn't know a lot. So that was cool, too, man. Like I said, man, doing a lot of different things, man. The Big Block Gators. You remember Big Block Gator parties? No. The Big Block Gators. So everybody got on Gators, right? And you stick your foot in the middle, and who got the biggest block gets the biggest bottle. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, that was cool to have. But with no further ado, we getting ready to jump right into this topic, man. Mental health in the Black community. And this is something you need to pay a lot of attention to. So we want to give a shout out and a warm welcome. Right, we're gonna talk about it. And a warm
guy with 33 personalities.
And a warm welcome.
Pathetic.
Okay. They're gonna let us know when to bring her in, but there is nothing wrong with having multiple personalities unless you can't control them.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
You think you can?
No, you can, and you have them too.
Because you have a few good weeks in a row.
And what about
you? Got
you?
This shit under control,
but
you don't.
And what about you?
What do you mean? What about me?
What was that bass you had on the last time? Who was that person?
What are you talking? You talking about? Benjamin Smut?
Where's my
Benjamin Smut?
Yeah, we never met that guy before.
You know who Benjamin Smut is?
No, we never met that guy. That was kind of weird. That was very weird. I went back and looked at the video and was like,
he in the car chilling.
What? He in the car chilling. See, this is
I
what.
I can't bring him everywhere.
This.
I can't bring that nigga everywhere.
This is why we having this topic today. This is exactly why we are having this topic today.
What Grizz we got here sitting here today, man? Old Satchel Grizz?
Yeah, whichever one.
Satchel Grizz.
Whichever one. You know, are we ready to bring her in yet? Are they still fooling with the doing the technical stuff? But Yeah, this is a very hot topic, man. I made a post today about it, man.
Is it?
Yeah, because a lot of people are going through a lot of mental health issues, whether it be depression, whether it be really something wrong with you mentally, chemical imbalance or something like that. And a lot of people have a hard time dealing with it. And in the black community,
Because they messed y'all up. That's why.
People,
Y'all keep
we in
running
denial.
behind them people.
We in
Keep doing
denial
shit
about mental health. We think that we are super tough. We think we can handle any situation. We perp like it don't nothing bother us, when in actuality it does. It's a lot of things that bother a lot of us, especially black people. I know for a fact, being a black man, it's pretty damn bad when you get in your vehicle and you drive and you can tell what police car is behind you from the years of watching and knowing that's a Charger, that's a Caprice, that's a Ford, that's a Corvette, that's what? Yeah, you have to learn all of these headlights to let you know what's behind you, because you got some type of, I don't even know the name for PSTD, PCSD, I don't know what you call this stuff. Post-dramatic, is that women's stuff? I don't know. You know what the heck I'm talking about out there. Some type of disorder, being black disorder, being a black man disorder. That's what it is. Being a black man in a white world disorder. Because every 5 minutes we paying attention to somebody watching us. We have to walk, and I don't want to say eggs, but that's just what it is. But now we want to bring in, the topic originator, the one and only Ivory the Aries. He's gonna do some correcting.
Hello.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Great.
You
How
great?
are you?
I'm fine. I'm sitting here with your peoples. This guy again had a great little interview. I don't know if you saw it with Orlando Chapman.
I did. I
Yeah.
did. I caught some of it. I know of the clothing brand from
Mhm.
back when it was really, really the thing. And so I'm glad that he was given the opportunity to come on and kind of express and give some information on his new and upcoming ventures.
Yes, that was cool. But I made a post today. We just jump right. I made a post today talking
This
about.
better be Finn later.
See,
I'm
Perfect.
staring, you keep coming in here.
perfect
This damn
Mental
corporate shit.
health
I want four-way.
in the black community.
Four-way.
I knew this was the right subject when we was discussing what we was gonna have. I knew this was it. I knew this was
That's
it.
a mental issue to be sitting up here knowing good and well you from the foe and you doing this corporate shit.
See? Great. So why don't we just jump right in, and I'll just pick up where I left off when I was saying a lot of black folks, black people, have something mentally wrong with them, and I don't want to say it like it's negative, but it is. But we have some type of, I didn't know the correct word for it, some type of disorder, man, some type of post something.
Trauma. It's
Something.
trauma. Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
PTSD.
Give a round of applause. I didn't know the.
Everybody think a
Yes.
grenade gotta go off for you to get the shit.
Whatever she said, I couldn't
Don't
figure it
they?
out.
Everybody think you gotta have a grenade or something go off for you
No.
to get shit. You don't got
Absolutely not.
No, you don't.
So
to.
the truth of the matter is,
Ass whooping can give you that when you little. My mama been gave me
Yes.
PTS when I was little with that stitching cord.
Oh, damn.
She put a stitching cord on my ass. I ain't been right since, Grizz. Fuck you.
I didn't have a extension cord too. I'm okay.
They didn't do that in the Reese house.
Man, we got tied down. Nigga, what you talking about?
Wait a minute there, man. We might have to bring somebody up on some motherfucking charges. What you say?
Don't worry
They
about it.
bondage in your motherfucking.
Hell yeah, don't worry about
You
it.
know why? Because you little niggas was short and little, looked like little mices, and you tried to run. So he said, "Oh, you running? Tie his ass down, baby.
Yeah, you better not run.
I'm
'cause
gonna
that
wear
was
his
happening.
ass."
And see this? See?
See,
Maybe we
now
might.
them personalities get ready to come out.
Oh, you
fast,
making me
Mike.
scratch. Making me scratch. Maybe there's some truth behind this post-disorder trauma crap.
Matter of fact,
Maybe we tried to bury it. Okay, Ivory, help
I
us
brought
out.
me an antidote just for when this started.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
I can't do this
Well,
shit without no
I'm
drink.
gonna tell you the truth. You
Tell
can't
us the
smoke them away. You can't drink them away. Your problems are your problems. And the thing is, it's most
We
of
can
us. When I say
try.
us, I mean the Black community all suffer from some form of trauma. And that can vary depending on where you are, where you're from in life. I mean, hunger is a trauma, being consistently hungry, being called names consistently, being
Yes,
disregarded
talk that.
consistently.
You got
You're
to
talking
preach
about
now.
things that happen every day in the Black community for one reason or another. And not that they don't happen in other communities, but I'm looking out for our people. So each one teach one. So the mental health talk was really important to me. And it's very important to me because there are a lot of people that are suffering from different types and different severities of mental health. And I mean, they go as deep as childhood trauma to current events to, what we're experiencing now with the COVID-19, feeling secluded. And so it's just, for me, was a really good time to talk about mental health because so many people are in a position where they need help and they don't know that they need help or they don't know how to get help. And so I want to just be able to open up the conversation and say, hey, it is okay. As a matter of fact,
No,
things
it's
get
not.
a lot better.
She's
once
talking to
people
you.
get help.
Listen.
Let me tell you what's
She
not
talking
okay.
to you.
Let me take the floor.
She was
'Cause
talking
I'm
to
sick
you.
of- No, I'm about
She
sick
was
of this
talking to
shit.
you. There you go.
Let me
Let
take
it go.
the floor. I'm gonna tell you what's
she said
not
it's
okay.
okay.
It's not okay for you to have been around. When I was growing up, you didn't. Where was your antennas when they went out there and got them switches off the willow trees, braiding them, whooping your ass? Where was your antennas?
You gotta let it go.
When they got the extension cords out
You gotta let it
and
go.
was putting them goddamn root whips on the back of your ass. They little hooks. You
I know
can't
what
dress
that
the
is.
gym. Nothing.
I
You
went to
just
gym
go to
and they was
school.
like, what are those?
Kareem, you sound so traumatized.
As soon as
I
when
think
you go to
should
gym and you don't
definitely
dress, they
seek-
say, "Oh, you got an ass whooping last night. You're just trying to hide. Let me see, nigga. Let me
Right.
see." Try
And
to
then they
pull your
called
sleeves.
2-for-1 kids.
The niggas try to pull
But-
your sleeves and shit up. I'm
But
fucking sick of this shit.
you gotta let it go. Do that common voice thing you was doing. Do that common voice thing you was doing here. Maybe
Damn.
do it. Just say it again. All right.
It is
They
okay
just now wanna get us some
to
help.
get some help.
It's
It is
okay.
okay to admit that you need help. And one
What's wrong
thing
with you,
about
man?
admitting and receiving the help is that you begin to get better. You get better, it gets better, everything is better. So,
I can't even plug multiple plugs into a extension cord because I can't have extension cords in my house. I'm
It's
sick
okay.
of it.
That's why she's saying it's
You
okay.
need extension cords.
That's okay. That's why she's saying it's okay. You need some therapy. This what this whole
yes,
thing was an
therapy is
intervention.
one way.
It was
Therapy is
This is
intervention.
what I
one way.
want you to. I
Um,
don't want you to steer clear of. Just because we talking about the
You
things
ain't in the microphone.
that I'm going through right now, that don't steer the shit away from you and your dumb shit. You sitting over there with that stupid ass fucking
You need
Eric
therapy,
Benet
man.
sweater and that dumbass Satchel Paige hat, and you're giggling and goddamn shit, and it ain't fucking funny.
You're taking your anger out on me.
Listen.
It's okay.
I can feel it like yesterday. The webs is raising up on my arm right now. I ain't
See?
even had no ass whooping.
Let it out.
They raising up.
Let it out. Let it out. It's okay.
Y'all, let me cover up.
It's okay.
Rima, okay, so let me ask you a question. You say you still suffer from childhood trauma. These whoopings that you got are really
You see
something
this?
that are
Can
on
you see
your
this right
mind.
there? Can you see them? They
So what
raising
I
right
wanna- what
now
I wanna
just
bring
talking
to
about
light-
it. Old
What I want to
webs.
bring to light, let's be honest
Old
with the
webs.
conversation that we're having. Let's be a little realistic. Let's take this a little serious because we want the audience to know that this is
And
not
I wasn't
just a
bad.
game.
Remember that?
We definitely want to take mental health serious because, and this is part of the thing, we are making light of something that is a serious trauma and affects millions of us day to day. And we're able to laugh about it, we're able to joke about it, and kind of like, play it
It
down.
ain't funny.
But let's consider the people that don't have that ability, the people that don't have that light, that something that says, you know what, this is not, let's not let this be the forefront of who we are. And there are many people that don't know how to deal with different traumas, different situations, different depressions, anxieties, and those types of things. And so I want it to be said that this is definitely something that the Black community has become more aware of. We're beginning to be more sensitive to, and it's something that we have more resources for. um and so like I said, with it being COVID-19, we have a lot of telehealth, we have some resources that were not originally an option for us in this process of getting better, of getting well, of healing ourselves. And some people take different revenues. For everybody, therapy is not an option, and they take things like exercise, maybe yoga, maybe meditation, maybe it's your spirituality. And those are things, common things that church is one big thing that Black people do to kind of minimize that trauma or minimize that depression and have an outlook and a resource, and it's within the church. And a lot of us, I believe all of us here, were kind of at some point in our lives, most of it implemented into a church background. And you're able to kind of dissolve some of what you have in that religious aspect. But again, everybody has not been kind of subjected to those different resources. And so I really did want to have a conversation to kind of bring light to the things. Depression is very real right now. With it being COVID-19, a lot of us are shut in. We're not going to work. We're not seeing our friends. We're not seeing family members. And for those that were already kind of loners, so to speak, or like to kind of be more to themselves, this is a really difficult time for those people. And if you don't know how to get help or where to get help, things can really spiral downhill quite fast. And I think it's fair to say that all of us as human beings, we go through these phases in life or these situations in life where we're not happy or we're not feeling ourselves, and the situation kind of overwhelms us. And you don't know what to do. And so it begins to be a downward spiral of we see a lot of alcoholism, a lot of drug addiction, a lot of broken families, and horrible relationships. These are all a part of things that stem from mental health issues. Um, you remember the movie Soul Food, where Big Mama had the brother that was stuck up in this room and no one ever communicated with him. And I'm just using this as a reference because it's something that a lot of us have seen. But you think about how real this is in our families and in our communities, where we have people that we know there's something quite not what we would consider normal, or they're not able to process or deal with things in that way, and we don't do anything about it. We know people that suffer from different addictions, from childhood traumas and mental illnesses, sexual addictions, drug addictions, alcohol addictions. And I think that us in our community, we think we're just going to deal with it. We've done it for so long. You think about slavery and even a lot of the Black, I call it the hold down, has recently been lifted within the last 50 or 60 years. So a lot of us are suffering from a lot of different things that we don't even know where it stems from. We don't know why our parents were angry and why their parents were angry, and why we eat the way we do, or why we cope with things the way we do, why we minimize. And these are all different mental health aspects. And so that being said, Grizz, I know honestly we've all suffered through some form of depression. What do? Do you talk to somebody? Do
Well,
you exercise? Do you meditate? What is it that you do? What is it that you found to be useful and helpful to you in those moments? And likewise.
well, I'm gonna be just wide open here because it is a serious subject. I make light of it because I felt that I have grown from it in a lot of different things. But when I was younger, I did have counseling. Actually, 3 psychiatrists I went to, and I'm gonna be real with you. I went to one white guy, and I'm a young black man at this time, young father, all that good stuff. I got epilepsy that runs in my family, so I'm having seizures and all this other stuff, and a lot of stuff was going on, and it got to be the point, like for real, at one of the jobs, I actually painted my face, half of my face, and sat down in the middle of the floor. And everybody that's watching this that know me knows this to be a true story. I was so stressed out that if the person that had said the wrong thing to me, I was going to jail. That's where I was with that. So immediately after that, I went to go get some counseling. And I went to a white guy. And the white guy, I was an older white man, somewhere down in Fairfield. And it pissed me the hell off because all I kept saying is, you part of the problem because I'm dealing with this racist stuff at work along with what else I got going on at home and blah, 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 health and all this stuff.
You blamed him?
Blamed him. I was just like, MF, you can't
help me.
You can't help me. I'm a black man. I'm sitting in Fairfield right across in the back of your house that you done turned into a goddamn office, and you gonna give me some advice? If it ain't about money, no. That's the way I felt. No. So I told him I didn't want to go there.
Is it fair to say though that with the trauma that you dealt with, that you weren't open to the help that was available to you?
Well, I think in his case, and let me finish the story. Let me finish, and I'll answer that. And then after telling him I'm not going to him, they sent me to another one. And this wasn't a white guy. It was an Indian dude. And he had 2 offices. He had one over in Coleraine in a house across from Kroger's in a little fish place. And he had an office on Oak Street when that building was open. So I went to both of them. And I was so heated because I couldn't understand what the hell he was saying, for one thing. And then he kept asking me dumbass questions like, what are you thinking right now? And I told him, I want to kill you. That's what I want. I want to kill you right now. And then he was like, what? He said, what? And I said, I didn't stutter. As a matter of fact, I said, he didn't stutter. That's what I said. I said, he didn't stutter. And then he told my wife, called them, told her, like, look, he can't come back here without you. Some type of supervision, like you said, something like that.
You need a chaperone.
And I had to cut it. I ain't going. You ain't got to worry about it. I ain't coming back. Screw you. So the last one they sent me to, man, he was gonna fillet and dice that man. But then they sent me to a sister, and her office was over in Brentwood, across from Kroger's. And when I tell you that was the most relaxed, and I felt open where I could really talk, and it was a black woman, and there was no judgment zone. I looked forward to having therapy sessions. She had the candles, the incense, and whatever, this, that, and the third, and everything that I was expressing to her, she wasn't telling me I was wrong or right, or this. She was just more like a listening ear and gave me scenarios like what you said, which was the question. What question did you ask me?
How did you deal with your mental health?
How did I deal with it?
In those moments where you were, kind of spiraling out, and how did you cope with it?
Right. So when I got to her, she let me know that everybody has multiple personalities. That's what she said. Everybody has multiple personalities. Everybody puts on a different air. every person puts on the air. She said, think about it. When you meet somebody, you're somebody else. You're not exactly who you are right there. You what you want or what you think these people might want to be or whatever. You know what I'm getting at. And she said it's about controlling you, all of you. So I chose music is one, or being alone, like getting in my vehicle and riding the highway. And I know a lot of people self-medicate. I'm a herb guy. That's exactly what it is. I have epilepsy. It helped me with that. I stopped taking them pills. I was telling her all that stuff that I was taking medication that was making me nuts, that I couldn't go out in the sun. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. This stopped working. I'm too young for this to stop working. What the hell? That's not gonna work. So marijuana. That's what it does for me. I chill out. That's my relief. And being by myself at times. And my wife and everybody tell you, on Friday, I go do what I do on Fridays. I feel everybody has to have a time for them to go do what they need to do for them to make them happy or relieve their stress or do whatever. Because you can't depend on nobody else to make you happy. You have to make yourself happy.
Oh goodness, Grizz, I'm so glad you said that, because that's one of the biggest misconceptions that we have in the mental health talk, is that something or someone should make you happy.
No.
And I think that is one of the biggest things right now that are a hindrance in solving this mental health crisis, along with some of the other things that you mentioned.
Pick up your phone.
Oh, shit. We got a caller. So somebody want to call in. Answer the phone. Who's calling? Caller.
Who's calling, caller?
Who?
Hey, this Doe.
Oh, so that's a very local Doe.
Local listener, Doe. How you doing?
What's going on?
What's happening?
I'm doing fine. How y'all?
Oh, man. We doing good. How was your holidays?
Yes, man.
Hey, man, we can't hear you. You talking to us?
It was good, man. I made me some. You can't hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
Do you hear me now?
Yes,
sir.
Yeah.
I don't know what I got on. I ain't did that.
Hey, man, you on the air, man?
I had we had a turkey pepperoni pizza homemade.
A turkey pepperoni pizza homemade.
Hello?
Wow. Can you hear us?
Yeah, and chicken Alfredo pizza. We've been eating turkey for over 40 years. Kind of tired of it.
Oh, okay, dig that. Well, today's topic, did you catch
I'm Chef Boyardo.
Yes, you are.
I put it down in the kitchen anyway.
Right. You are. We give you that.
They call me Boyardo.
Did you catch what we was putting down today? You check out Orlando's interview, and what we on today is mental health. You got mental health issues.
Yeah, man, that was real interesting.
Certainly do.
Right now we on mental health.
I definitely do.
Issues.
Damn right.
So jump right in since you calling. How do you deal with your mental?
That's absolutely right, though. The judges will allow that.
How do you deal with stress? And have you ever been depressed?
I'm gonna tell you how he bite his tongue.
Well, it's a change. At first I was using drugs to make to deal with my mental. I would think that was it, and then after doing a little bit of sitting down, Jesus makes a big difference. You know what I mean? Being with the Lord, I think that's your best way to deal with something like any kind of mental issue, is unless you actually need, because I don't think I need medication. You know what I mean?
But a lot of people don't have the Lord. A lot of people don't believe in Jesus or wouldn't think to go to Jesus. A lot of people feel that praying, I don't know, some feel it help and some feel it don't.
Jesus pieces and don't even believe in him.
You stupid.
All right, Kodak Black.
Right.
They do, man.
So I don't know. That's what Ivory was talking about. And I was just saying to me personally, what I was going through, that I had salt. As a matter of fact, you remember that too, but I did seek therapy. And it did help. The last person I visited did help. But a lot of people don't have that option. And a lot of us are out here in denial. Like she's saying, we make fun of it, we make jokes about it and so forth, but it's a serious issue, especially with this COVID and people not being able to go out and socialize like they want to. So how do we address that? How do you deal with it?
I think we lost Joe.
All right.
But I'll give a little bit of insight just to kind of follow up on the conversation. I think that most of the Black community
Yeah,
need
so
to
I
know
got
where
cut
the
off
resources
somewhere.
are. They have to be comfortable with the resource. As you mentioned, you went to 2 psychiatrists that you were completely uncomfortable with. They did not meet your criteria for what your expectation was, and you didn't feel like you really made a connection and they understood where you were coming from. And you saw a sister and you're like, okay, boom, I can put my feet up, I can let my hair down, I can go ahead and show the real me and kind of express how I feel. And I think that is one other thing that we have to kind of focus on is we got to learn to help each other. There are a lot of smart Black educators, professionals, therapists, people that really have information to give, and we don't even know how to access these people. Healthcare is a really big thing. Like you mentioned, you went through your healthcare provider and you were able to get these
That's why
resources.
they
Well,
got mental
when you
issues.
don't have that healthcare, you don't
Hello?
know that those resources are available, then that's a different story. So I think that has to be definitely considered when we're having this conversation,
Hello?
is to get the resources, know how to kind of apply for that health care so that you can have some um, options available to you.
Right. Well, do you know of any programs right now, or you have any links to any
I've been to
places?
all kind of mental shit.
What?
Let me give everybody a
Y'all
really,
want to talk
really,
about
this
your
is
little
like
mental
one of the
problems.
easiest things you can do. And I'm being completely honest and serious with you right now. If you need immediate mental health help, your first resource is going to be at any clinic, hospital, or place that provides a medical service. Right now,
Yep.
they are providing a questionnaire for every person that they see. I don't care what kind of facility you go to. You can go to the dental clinic.
You're
They're
gonna
going to
be in
ask
Deacon or
you
somewhere, nigga.
if you are experiencing loneliness, depression, or feeling like you are hopeless in any way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're honest and those things are your situation, you're automatically going to be opened up to having some resources available to you. Okay, so just that one thing right there, because people don't have a medical card that they can call the number to. People don't have people that take them serious. And some of us are just plain ashamed that we even feel like we need to have someone to talk to get through our internal issues or whatever that you described them to be. And so I wanted to be transparent and say to definitely, you can go to your local medical treatment center, whether it's a clinic or a medical professional, and you're able to express to them that you need mental health help immediately. Those resources begin to be available to you, and they can kind of point you in the right direction depending on what you need and what your issue is. Second to that, I'm going to say you have to find a really good therapist. If talking to someone, if being understood, if being felt like you've been heard and giving some direction on how to deal with what you're going through, I'm going to say that a sound mind, it's a therapy group, and it is predominantly African American therapy group. As a matter of fact, I think it may be completely African American. Um, and I know people that strongly refer this company. They strongly suggest that this is one company that you can get in with. They have payment plans, payment options. They have different resources. They are willing to help. And again, that is a sound mind therapy group. Though that it's really it's as simple as that. You just got to take the first step. Talk to somebody, call a number, go and visit, whatever that first step is for you, be taken seriously about what you have going on. I know we like to joke and we're like, oh, that's crazy Ray Ray, girl. He always doing something. But crazy Ray Ray might really have some mental health issues that he need to talk to somebody about. We think about
We wasn't
what makes
joking when we said it. We laughed. We was serious as a motherfucker when we said that shit. That's not crazy as a Betsy bug.
no, seriously. So you think like you know that people need help, right? How do you tell these people that they need help? What is that conversation
You
like?
do know they
How
know
do
you more fucked
you
up than me, right? Nothing you can
politely
do.
and encouragingly, because that's the thing, once you come at somebody like it's a judgment thing, all bets are off in our community. Black folks don't play that. You're not gonna judge me and you got this and that going on. So honestly,
I
like,
think right. I don't mean to cut you off, but you're right. I think that family members need to be and friends need to be more of a listening ear rather than a giving opinion or advice. Sometimes people just want to vent.
mhm. So when you want to vent, do you say, you know what, I just need to get this off my chest right quick. Let me just tell you how I feel.
Yeah, and
Because
there's
I
certain.
found, I'm going to be honest. What I found with me personally, on a personal level, is that nobody really thought I ever needed help with anything. So when I would be like, I just need to vent, I wasn't really taken seriously. It wasn't something that was like people were like really okay. It was more like let me get my chips and my drink because she finna have a story to tell. And it's like this ain't really a story. I want to get some stuff off my chest before I explode.
So when you get it
And
off your chest, are you expecting a response? Are you expecting someone to give you some advice?
I
Or
think it depends on my audience. For me, on a personal level, I can go to if you're a person that I look at as a mentor, an advisor, someone that's been through experiences that maybe I have not, or maybe you just deal with things in a way that I admire. Absolutely, I would like feedback. And typically, those are the people that I speak to in those moments. I have an aunt that's dear to me that I'm able to speak to in those moments. I have my sister is dear to me, my mother. I mean, I have resources, but again, everybody doesn't have that. So when I went to go before I was able to recognize that these were my, and that's the thing, I didn't even recognize that these people were my resources, right? I'm just like, kind of when I'm going through something, I had to recognize that these are people that I always call, or these are people that kind of always recognize when something's going on with me and they reach out to me. And you got to kind of build a network, but everybody don't have that. Everybody does not have somebody that cares. And you've been through a point in your life. I've been through a point in my life. We're human, so you know you've been in a situation where you feel like don't nobody give a shit about what I'm going through and what's going on because they want to see what they can get from me. Or I'm the person that usually handles everything, so they don't even see my pain right now. And we're seeing a lot of that, an extreme amount of it, especially right now, where the people that are the resources for others now they are drained because everybody's coming to them all at once, every single day, and they don't have time to process their own things. And so now your resource is at a point where they need resources. And so we got to have this conversation. We have to, I think, and it's a lot bigger than just mental health. It's a lot bigger in the sense of we need people in positions that are going to hire people that look like us. We need people that are going to open businesses that understand where we're coming from. You think about how many people you encounter in your day to day that will never see your point of view, have not walked in your shoes. And this goes from police officers, judges, your healthcare professionals. You got people telling you what's going on and how to fix something they've never been through. So it's very important to find someone that we can relate to in the Black community that's like, okay, I can, like I said, let my hair down and put my feet up and really just kind of release myself a little bit if it's only for an hour a day, if it's only for an hour this week. And so, do I have people? Absolutely. Have I been in positions? Absolutely. I've not been to the point where it has been uncontrollable or unrecognizable for me, but I have had a hard time being able to be honest with people that I felt like needed a little help. And I think it's just a matter, we just don't know how to have those conversations. You have someone in your life that you may care about, you're like, you know what? You probably would benefit from talking to somebody that would not judge you, but this also does not know you on a personal level. But how do you tell that to that person without them feeling like, you know, who the hell are you to tell me?
Right.
So for me, that's been the biggest part of kind of when I think about mental health conversations and what we do and how we can help. That's been a big thing. Like, how do you even tell somebody, like, bro, sis, you
Yeah.
probably should talk to somebody about what you're going through,
Right.
You might want to talk to somebody.
You might want to, but they might get offended with that, and a lot of people don't know.
Last night, nigga.
What?
We can't have no more of that.
I don't know what he talking about. But
You slow. See, that's what we slack. This is why we doing this.
nigga, you over there reading off your phone and looking at pictures
Not
and
at
coming
all.
over there.
Not at all.
You just talking
trying to
out the
fix
side of your
yourself.
neck. But anyway,
Good, boy.
I think a lot of
Somebody
people
bless
don't know they triggers or even know when they depressed or even to know sometimes that there are problems, because some people close to you might repeat the same detrimental behavior, and you on the outside looking in could say something and they would think that you 14 karat fool. It's like, no, do you know you a better person when you're not doing this? No, do you know that did you know that when you don't have this on your mind, or when you doing this, taking care of you, you're a better person? These are things that trigger you to do and to repeat these same detrimental actions. And it's kind of hard. This conversation is really needed and really crazy, because, like you said, we make light of the situation, but something's got to give. And you're right, it's bigger than just mental health. I was reading the article, the link that we put up for the thing about that it's what was saying that more black folks or have more mental health issues than any other nationality. And I believe it too, because this is what we got to go through. And you mentioned all of that plays a part in it.
Absolutely. Well, you got to think that toxic. We've become really familiar with this word over the last few years. It's all over social media everywhere. But being honest and true, toxic behavior is primarily a dynamic in most Black families. Whether it's somebody drinks too much, somebody's been addicted to drugs for so long, somebody is using sex as their escape, somebody is, you have people in your family that are using all these different revenues to kind of escape from what their internal issues is, and we haven't addressed it. And then it becomes to be a cycle, and then it's generational. And then it's, how the hell do we fix ourselves? Because we've gone through so many hundreds of years. Well, for one, like I said, it's so deep because it comes from a separation of culture and self from slavery. And then it comes from trying to build yourself and be better, and being the Uncle Tom or the brown noser or the other labels that we have from trying to improve ourselves. And so then we begin to separate ourselves. This person thinks they're better. Oh, they did this, and now they're too good to come around. And it in so many ways, that is a mental health issue in itself.
Yeah,
but
I was about
then
to
it's
say
become
that's
so widely accepted because this is who we are as a people. And so, you telling the truth to somebody gonna be considered hating right now in 2020. You honestly can't be honest with people without it being considered you hating on somebody, right?
Yep.
So when it comes to how we have these conversations, I think we got to figure that out. I don't have the answer to that. I don't have a way to tell you, hey, look, if you sit your brother down, on Tuesday, right after work, before he had a drink, that he's more willing to listen. Like, you don't know what is someone's changing point. You don't know what makes somebody else light bulb go off. So we really just have to find a way to kind of help take care of one another.
And that's the truth. I was
children
just,
included. Children included. I think what we see right now is children being left out of this conversation, and people not being able to see that children also go through some of the mental health issues, and they don't have a voice.
Right.
They have no voice. There's nobody. They don't even know how to say, I'm depressed. It goes in their behavior, right?
Right.
And from behavior, then they get put in IEP classes because they're assumed to be uneducatable, right? And then from there comes the medication, right? And the misdiagnosis. And then that carries on into their adulthood and their, afterlife. And these people have never learned how to cope with what was actually their issue because it's been medicated, it's been drowned, it's been minimized to say, hey, that was when you was a kid. It doesn't mean so much right now.
Right.
Or you got so many other people around you. Why are you focusing on that thing? And these are all part of the problem. Honestly, we don't have the resources. We need Black counselors in our schools. We need Black therapists in our hospitals. We need Black doctors to even notice when we are having traumatized reactions to different things. We have to be a part of our own solution. And so we have to educate ourselves. We have to arm ourselves. We have to resource ourselves. And this is how it's been for the Black community for hundreds of years. We got to do it ourselves.
Exactly.
So I think let's focus on not minimizing mental health. Let's not make so much light of it. Let's not just be like, oh, that's crazy, Ray again. We got to start kind of addressing these things. And we have to find a way that happens without jeopardizing someone's personal safety. Meaning, you can report somebody like, I think this person going crazy, and then they get put into a hospital and they still don't ever get addressed with what their issues is. And then that's trauma on top of trauma because then they feel violated. They feel like, you've kind of betrayed them in this way. And so I've been through that situation as well, where you try to get someone help and it backfires. And then that relationship is severed.
Right.
And so it's a touchy subject, but I just wanted to open the door on it, to be honest with you. And
I think we
did get
that.
some insight.
I think we did that. We got some places sound mind. Also, I posted on today on the just to give everybody on the topic is, have they experienced depression and what have they done for it? What did they do for it? And surprisingly enough, a lot of people responded. And some of the top things that people did to alleviate stress or get some mental health freeness, I would say, I don't know, that's a word I'll come up with, but was music, yoga, exercising. Those were the top ones. Now, I haven't done any yoga. Music, like I said, I get on the highway and ride to some music, man, and that was
yoga is hard.
And I said
yoga before. It's physically challenging,
right? And I was hoping old girl would call in and give her experience on this. And because I sit there and I'm like, now see, that don't look like that's gonna relieve any stress, that position you in right there. But it's a process, they say. It goes along with it mental, that you have to go be able to put the whole package together with what I was told. So we'll go with that. But that was one of the top ones. So with that,
meditation is becoming really popular also.
That too. Now I've tried meditation, but I be too many voices talking, man. Like I could go sit, and I tried. I've sat in a dark room in the middle of the floor with no music, no nothing. Just me, Indian style. I laid on my back, and I just sat there in thoughts, and, man, my mind was running 40 miles a minute and going everywhere. Yep. Like, how do you do that? I've even tried.
That's the thing. You have to master meditation. You get to a point where you're able to drown those things out. Once you're effectively meditating, it takes practice. It takes some time. It's not going to happen round 1, 2, or 3, unless you're just, I don't know, a different kind of person. But I think that all of the things that we've spoken about today, you won't go directly to a therapist and be like, oh, all my problems are over, or you won't do a set of exercises or whatever and feel completely better. It's a process. And meditation is one thing that works for me. I will say exercise is my huge resource right now. Honey, listen, I just exercise. I get into a zone and I'm like, I focus. I just focus. So it's free. I do it home. I'm not a gym member anywhere. I don't do anything spectacular. I don't run a mile. I just get into a zone, into an exercise that for me is a stress reliever. And I just, what we call go in. I go in. I'm doing like 150, 200, whatever it takes. And surprisingly enough, I do. Usually I feel a lot better afterwards.
That's what's up. Well, with that being said, I want to thank you for your topic today. And I think next week we was going to do Black Love.
Black love. I can't wait to have that
Black
conversation.
love. We're going to have that conversation tomorrow. So definitely want y'all to call in. I mean, we really going to go at it. We really going to let it be. You know, we want everybody to call in on this because that's where we need to start with. And I'm just not talking about sex either. I'm talking about love amongst us, couples, everything. So it's going to be a really interesting topic. I got some people I'm going to try and bring on for that. If you don't already, I don't know who next week's guest going to be, but we'll figure that out.
It'll be great. It'll be interesting as always.
Yep, because the show had a good time with Mr. Chapman today. But on that note, on that note, we're going to let everybody go do what they do. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be back next Wednesday. And as always, what we say is, don't be stuck on stupid and relax on dumb.
On dumb.
This your boy Grizz.
And I'm your main man, Greenback.
And this is the GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE Show. Powered by
Just a couple chocolate women and some red bones, nigga. And she tryna plug her homie so her friends came with her. She don't know too much about it, just we ain't lame niggas. That's a go. Play it down the middle, tryna kick it, that's a go. Tryna get to know you for a minute, that's for sure. Hey. You know the vibe alright in here. It's a couple real niggas, room full of bad bitches. You keep that shit 300, babe, but we ain't fucking with you. I'm like, hey, senorita, it's really nice to meet you. It's a cold, cold world. You should come and be my heater. Get close, baby.
Bitch, you close enough now, back it up like you docking it. I'm not mincing my words, bitch, make the whole drop like it's rocks in it. I keep quiet like a sock in it and let you climb on top of it and pop the trunk, remove the system, give your bastard son or sister. I'm half playing, never mind me. I've been off the shit since 7 times 3 and there's plenty pussy, but I'm choosing you. I know you think I'm God, but you ain't met the crew. I got plans for you. I ain't gonna hold you, but your man ain't for you. Promise that you notice me, old looking ass nigga. You grown and life came to get you. That ain't your baby, that's your trophy. That make my thoughts, that's what your whole thing.